You're watching CBS 11 News. Not just what happens, what matters.
Welcome back, everyone. The start of the 2008 Iditarod is just days away. More than 90 mushers are hoping they are the first team to cross under the burled arch in Nome. Recently, our own Brett Shepard sat down with a musher who made it to Nome first in 2007.
Reagan, Lance Mackey has spent most of his life proving people wrong. And last year, he proved a lot of people wrong again by winning both the Yukon Quest and the Iditarod in the same year. Can he do it again this year? He's already halfway there, and he hopes to prove his critics wrong again this year by winning dog mushing's 2 biggest races. Most sports stars who are at the top of their game are millionaires. But if you're first-time Iditarod champion Lance Mackey, while you become a little more famous, you better not be expecting to get rich. Last year's champ still lives rather modestly. He, his family, and his 60 to 70 dogs moved to the Fairbanks area last year. If you're expecting a lot of creature comforts at his cabin, you'll want to look elsewhere. He has electricity and plumbing. Well, Mackey hopes to get that up and running soon, but he needs a little more success in his current profession of dog mushing.
I'm forced to do well because the money that I make supports my family. I don't have a real job, so to speak, anymore. I've tried to make racing my main career and job. I know that there's not a whole lot of retirement in that, and I know the medical and dental program really sucks, and I could have a real job.
A look at all the trophies in Mackey's living room, and you can tell that he's been very successful in his 6 years at his current job. Just look at his resume since last year's Iditarod. First place in the Gin 200, first place in the Tustamina 200, second place in the Copper Basin 300, first place for a 4th year in a row in the Yukon Quest, and a nomination for an ESPY award. Sometimes success like that can go to a person's head, but Mackey takes it all in stride.
I am still the same person I was a year ago. In the simple fact that I'm realistic. You know, I want to be the guy that people still can talk to and comment, make good comments about, not the guy that they're, you know, disappointed and can't get an autograph or a picture or talk to the, you know, whoever it might be that they want to talk to. So I have changed a bit.
Mackey says most of his success is attributed to a strong team. And like any good teammate, he's constantly supporting his dogs.
I don't demoralize their attitude in any way, starting at birth, basically, in the dog lot. As odd as it might sound, when a dog is barking or carrying on, it's voicing its opinion. That's how they speak. That's how they, you know, talk. And so I don't discourage them or demoralize their attitude by telling them to shut up, be quiet, stay down. I let them jump, bark, be crazy, happy. And I do that from birth until they race.
Another thing he never does to his team is get them used to a routine. It better prepares his team for the different variables they may encounter on the trail.
Got to mix it up, you know, because if I continue to do the same thing every year, somebody's obviously going to duplicate that, and I'll be racing for second. You know?
It sure seems to be working because lately he and his team have been finishing first quite a bit. As far as the future for Mackey, some athletes like to leave their sport at the top of their game, but for him, he plans on being around for a while and hopefully adding to his trophy collection.
I have a job that I absolutely love to get up and do every day. There's a lot of people that go to a job for 20, 30, 40 years that they hate, but they do it because it's all they know, you know? I'm just fortunate enough to be able to do the job that I love to do. And the dogs, I don't know, we click, you know? I think I've been told more than once that I am part dog, so.
I did ask Mackey how this year's team compares to last year's team. He said that this year he has the strongest team he has ever brought to an Iditarod. Now, if that's true, looks as though he'll prove that last year's Yukon Quest and Iditarod wins were no fluke. Reagan?
All right, thanks, Brett. The 2008 Iditarod begins this Saturday at 10 a.m. in downtown Anchorage.